All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Bhavya, and I am here to talk about zipBoard's new features. Our dev team has done a great job of bringing in some new features which can really make our clients, our customers, more efficient. And today I'm just going to talk about them, and of course, talk about some of the ways in which we help our customers. Before we get started, this webinar should last about 30 minutes, and you can put your questions and answers in the chat. If you would like to start a free trial, you can sign up at app.zipboard.co or just simply go to zipboard.co and you'll find a button to sign up. And if you have any questions, get in touch with us. You can fill a form on our website, or you can also reach out to sales@zipboard.co. Uh, in today's webinar, this is my agenda today. I will be giving a very quick intro to zipBoard for those who are joining new and who do not use zipBoard so far, or have slight idea of what zipBoard is. A very quick intro on what zipBoard is and how does it help, and what kind of challenges zipBoard addresses, and some of the new feature highlights and the thought process behind them, and some helpful resources for getting in touch with us in future or just generally learning more. So what is the board? uh, Very quickly, if I have to explain it, it's a new way of working, a new way of collaborating. So far, we collaborate outside. There's a Teams meeting, there's a Teams chat, but you're building a document, you're building a website. All the collaboration happens outside of that website, as in you're exchanging notes and you're exchanging thoughts, but the notes are not there. What zipBoard brings is a way to visually give feedback and a markup and annotate on documents. These could be PDF documents or website or um, or videos. So anything that you're producing for and you need feedback from a large group of stakeholders, you don't need to collaborate outside. You can actually leave visual sticky notes right on that asset. The second thing that we do is task management. So we actually also let you triage some of that feedback that comes in into small tiny tasks, or you can prioritize them, you can assign it to people so you know exactly how to action that feedback. And then we help you create customizable workflow, which is just a simple way to make sure that all of this, like if you have versions happening, if you have multiple rounds of revisions happening, or you are working with, working in different phases or different stakeholders, you can customize and define your own workflows. And then you can also integrate with other tools. So we integrate with tools like Jira. So if you have tasks coming, you have issue management already set up in Jira, your dev team prefers using that, you can just bring all the visual notes to Jira directly, or to Microsoft Teams, or to Slack, or to other tools that you use as well. And of course, use a custom API if you need to. Um, we also help you, if especially you're a large agency or agency working on multiple type of content, or if even if you're a construction team working on site and you have PDF documents, but you also have site videos, you can actually review multiple type of content in one place. And then, of course, there is reporting analytics that helps you understand your projects better, so okay, how many issues come in, how many get resolved, and what project got delayed because we were not able to get feedback from a particular stakeholder at the right time. So some of those kind of things which help you understand your projects better and be able to shape them better, right? So thousands of digital teams love zipBoard. We have teams across the world using zipBoard for different purposes and in different industries. It is one-stop visual review and collaboration platform for digital assets across projects, whether it's a learning design agency, a web design agency, or an architectural agency, or a civil engineering firm. Teams are using zipBoard to be able to get quick feedback and approvals from stakeholders, especially external stakeholders. One good thing is there is no installation required, which makes collaboration easy. It's completely cloud-based, works out of the browser. And another thing is our pricing does not let you, does not make you, make your collaborators pay for the tool. So you don't have to keep on managing licenses for, okay, I'm going to release these many licenses. I'm just going to limit it to these many people. We want to make sure that collaborators can use it easily, so they do not pay for licenses or they do not install anything. Overall, zipboard helps you transform your workflows and collaborate with various stakeholders in one place. It helps you integrate into your workflows. We have teams integrating into SAP, into SharePoint, into Jira, so that they can have one integrated workflow uh, with external stakeholders and internal as well. And of course, we do have, very easy to use platform, and you'll see some of it in the features that I show. That we keep user experience in mind. We understand that they're not every stakeholder, especially some of the stakeholders, when they're reviewers, they may not be that tech savvy. So we want to make sure that we keep their experience in mind. So you do not need a lot of training, but of course, we do also have options to help you train. We we are headquartered in Canada. We have hundreds plus clients across 7 countries, I would say more for sure, and then 20 plus thousand live projects. Why we built the board and is because we saw that some of the common challenges that teams face, especially when they're working on some creative work or on drawings, on things that are visual, uh, and also working with external stakeholders that you cannot get hold of in the office or in your teams, is the delay between feedback and implementation. There is a big gap between the two. Uh, Also the disorganization due to disconnected systems, because you may be getting feedback in email, in spreadsheets, in calls, but then you do not have a way to triage it or bring it to your internal task management system. And all of that becomes like, if some of the people, like we have seen architects whose main job, or who love to design, but their main job becomes coordinating and managing all that feedback, rather than working on things that they absolutely love to work on, right? And you miss feedback, you cannot track it all because it is in emails, it is in one place, it is somewhere else. You do not know what happened in your previous version. Essentially, there are spreadsheets, there are things, but those tools are disconnected. There are, working with external stakeholders is a pain. Overall, you're not working as efficiently as you could if you had a system in place. So very quickly, and I know we have to talk about the new features very quickly, how do we really address some of these challenges is by providing an integrated document management review platform, not just document, but any digital asset management and review platform. So you have everything in one place: management, reviews, and issue tracking, all of that. Enhanced markup and annotation tools, especially for document reviews and sign off. But overall, typically you would just have a way to explain yourself in a comment, but you would not be able to draw on it. You would not be able to describe things easily. We want to give an enhanced experience, almost like having a whiteboard on top of whatever you're building. uh, Streamlined communication between external and internal stakeholders, because you want to make sure that all your stakeholders can connect and talk easily, right? You do not want external stakeholders on long video calls and then lose all that feedback. But having a one dashboard where they can see what they put their feedback was, and the internal team can triage and work on it. And then, of course, navigating across projects by making better decisions, by having better reporting, because you have one system in one place. So yeah, I mean that's in nutshell what zipBoard is: cloud-based, multiple annotation markup tools, and easy to use for internal and external stakeholders. Let's talk about what's new at zipBoard. So we're We have been taking feedback from, of course, our existing clients. We're looking at, how we can innovate in better ways. And some of these features have come from directly feedback from our clients, feedback from our teams that are using Zipboard, or also, just looking at how we can innovate better. So this first one is an ability to video record within Zipboard. So yes, we do let you mark up directly on a like this is a course on a document or a website, but now you can also actually record a video while you're viewing that. So that helps in multiple interactive content. So that if you have something interactive, and you know that you want to show the steps, you can show that by showing a video, instead recording a video and actually then adding notes rather than just leaving a static note. So this really helps, and you can think of it like, recording a loom, but within your content. So you are recording the video of whatever you're seeing and then quickly leaving your note. That really helps, again, some of the non-technical stakeholders and clients to make sure that they can actually explain themselves. And, sometimes they don't have time, so they can just quickly explain whatever the context is pretty quickly by leaving a note, by recording a quick video. The second one that I'm going to talk about, and this comes up often because, we do have a lot of creative teams or even like, construction teams that use Zipboard for getting feedback on content that they build or on drawings that they work on submittals, things like that. And oftentimes they need to make sure that they can track between versions as well, because it's not like you've done one and you're done with it. You want to be able to, I'm just going to play this video again. Yeah, you want to be able, so this is where you put your digital assets. You want to be able to add new versions to it. So let's say you've done one version, you've uploaded all the comments on it, you've fixed it, you've added a new version. You're now able to track, okay, this was my first version, and that has been reviewed. It had about 40 comments, and now I'm going to upload my new version, and that is ready for review. I can share it with my stakeholders, see what happened between versions. So essentially be able to track from one version to another what is happening, or to just track all your commenting, all your feedback, to see. And one more thing that we are actually working on in the future is an ability to see those versions side by side, and also bring some of the comment from one version to another easily. So that should make teams much more efficient in understanding. Like so far, they were doing it by adding them as different separate assets. Now it's easy to track how many versions did you have to go through for this document, or how many times how many changes did we do, right? So you can really track that better now that you can upload the same for the same document or the same file, multiple versions. The next one is an exciting one because this has often come from the construction teams or the architect, the entire AEC teams, that they needed some better ways to manage feedback on PDF. They wanted more ways to organize and be able to see sheets. They have sometimes sheet sets with hundreds of sheets, and they want to be able to search through them. They want to be able to annotate better, have more views, have more ways to, oops, sorry about that. Let me go back here. Yeah, have more tools to annotate as well. If you notice here, there is I keep switching. Sorry about that. If you notice here, there is annotation tools that let you draw. There's cloud annotation, there's drawing, there is signature tools and stamping tools, and an ability to see things better. You can also print this document. So overall, the experience is easier, better for everyone to use. You can really get a lot more done. Just switch to a dark mode if you like. So you can really get a lot more done and have features again directly from the browser. You do not have to install anything. Have a quick ability to be able to annotate on the PDF and zoom in, zoom out, look at large drawing sets, zoom in at something, mention people, things like that. Very happy to show you this demo or even share a link of how a player looks like in the chat. The next one is our attempt to try and get use AI to give you better outcomes and better workflows. So this is really a way to. So we did have a fixed list of statuses or statuses that you could change in the product, so that let's say your project does not require like these 10 or 20 statuses, and you just simply have okay, I want to do market research, strategy development, content creation. That's the phases or the statuses that I want for my tasks. So you could create that uh, by either you could bring in your custom statuses, which is already there, but also you could use AI to say, okay, I'm a software development team, and I'm gonna or a marketing and advertising team, and I'm gonna use. Can you suggest me what are the statuses that I should have for my workflow? So this helps you customize your workflows like you would like to. Of course, take suggestions from AI, but also bring your own as well. And then you can always go back and remove any of these statuses that you feel like are not befitting for your project, but also take in whatever you feel like fit into your project. So it really helps you customize projects your own way. This is, in fact, our first step to creating templates where we will be giving you more options, asking you what kind of projects you're working on, and then creating custom templates for you, or let you create your own templates both ways, so that you can actually see, okay, I'm working on a document management project where I just need to get approval, and I just want three statuses: reviewed, rejected, submitted, and that's about it. And then, I just want, I don't want external stakeholders, or I do want internal stakeholders, so some of those things, or I want to uh, change the type of documents and things like that. So we will be able to create a template creator for you. Moving on to the next one. This is we understand a lot of our teams use zipBoard in the field, and we want to make sure that it is fully mobile compatible. So we have done a lot of attempts to make it as easy to use, and of course with limited features, but it works on mobile, on iPad, or including even the reviewing features on the PDF only. But you really should not have to be, of course, the best experience is always on the desktop, but you can do a quick review. You can view your task quickly in the mobile as well. This is the last one. This is coming. We are still working with the Microsoft team to launch it, but we often hear that, no matter what, when you're working with external stakeholders, you will still have teams that will email you. They will email you something, but you want a record of that in your in your project, so that you know exactly where where was it, or oh, sorry, where was it, and what exactly was the feedback, and why that decision was taken. So what we've built is an Outlook plugin where from Outlook you can actually bring any email as a task to Zipboard, which helps you archive it, which helps you also give all the reference that you need, and then set status on it, assign it to somebody. This really helps because, again, we want Zipboard to be your single source of truth, your single source of all things that you've done in the project. It really helps you bring all of that in one place, because once you have received an email and you feel like this needs to be logged to my project so that I don't forget that this was done and this was the decision taken, you can go in and log it in your project, and you don't have to like manually type things. You just like, it's a click of a button. So you just decide, okay, this needs to go in this project. This is and if you want to set some fields, you can do that as well. So this really, I mean, this should be launched pretty soon. We already have a manifest that we can give to you for testing as well or for implementing, but this will be launched to the Outlook store, so anybody can download this plugin and be able to get emails from Outlook to Zipboard. So that was it. And, of course, we do have a tremendous amount of resources available where you can find our help center, and we can put some links in the chat for you. And we do have YouTube where we record videos for all our features and, for new features, for existing features. And of course, you feel free to reach out to us and support at zipboard.co as well. If you do want to sign up, there is a free trial again at you simply go to zipboard.co, and or you can request for a demo. If anybody signs up today, we'd be happy to set up a demo as soon as tomorrow and make sure that we can understand your requirements, we can understand your workflow and customize a workflow for you. That will be a wrap. I'm going to watch out for any questions that come up, or if anybody wants to get in touch with me later, they can always ask some questions in the chat.